Welcome back, everybody. On Wednesday, March 13th, the House of Representatives in the US passed a bill almost unanimously, 352 to 65, in favor of banning the popular short-form video platform TikTok if it is not sold to a parent company located in a country other than China. This bill will now pass on to the Senate, but the likelihood of passing is uncertain. President Biden has said that if it passes the Senate and ends up on his desk, he will sign it and then the ban will become into effect. According to TheGuardian.com, this is not the first attempt at a nationwide ban. President Trump tried to write an executive order back in 2020 to ban the popular app, but was blocked under First Amendment rights. In 2022, the app was banned from all government-issued cell phones, and 34 states have also banned the app on all government-issued devices. TikTok is also banned in some other countries, such as India, where online challenges posted to TikTok led to multiple deaths. So what would be the effects of a ban, and would other countries follow suit? Why is the US government so concerned about TikTok when other popular short-form video platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, Instagram are all being left alone? What economic impact would this have on the millions of Americans and brands that use this popular short-form video platform to promote their companies and their brands? All this and more will be answered in this video. So to understand why the US is so concerned about TikTok and not the other short-form video platforms, we need to look at the parent company ByteDance, which is located in China. We also need to look at the laws imposed by the Chinese Communist Party with relation to online social media platforms. Due to national security laws in China, the Chinese government can demand personal data from any Chinese company at any time it wishes. This could include personal data about US citizens, including any conversations, user history, video preferences, the list goes on. US lawmakers are concerned about the risks to national security based on this law. According to a site called CSIS.org, the risk is threefold. The first, which sounds kind of conspiracy theory to me, that TikTok is part of a nefarious Chinese plot. They think that TikTok can be used in a way to sway foreign politics. The second risk is that TikTok tracks and stores all the personal data of its users. Think of it like this. If you're talking about pizza with all your friends and the next time you go to open Facebook, all you see is pizza ads, well, TikTok could be doing the same thing, but with all your personal data. The third is that downloading and installing software developed in other countries like China could give these companies an avenue to install malicious software on your device through things like app update, software updates, etc. Now, is this actually happening? I'm not really a conspiracy theorist, and I don't think that companies are going to this level for their governments, but I do think that these apps are always listening so that they can provide you with targeted ads and tailored content based off your viewing preferences. Remember, most companies are trying to make as much money as possible, so the more targeted and tailored they can be and keep you on their platforms, the more money they will make through ad revenue and other forms of income. So China and other governments are tracking and storing your personal data. But what could this information actually be used for? One such area that analysts think these apps are being used for is to track and guide influencer operation. But this has not really been successful in the past. This would be using the apps to push a large number of influencers in a certain direction to sway the general public into what that company is trying to accomplish. In a fictitious case, this could be used to promote how gross mayonnaise is as a condiment. This could reach such a large audience that US lawmakers could then use this information to issue a ban on mayonnaise in their country. This could lead to legal action by US and other countries based on this information being sent down through these influencers. All jokes aside, you could see how serious this could be in swaying an election towards a certain candidate, or voting on trade rights, or other serious matters that could be funneled through these influencers to reach such a large audience. Another area that these apps could be helpful would be recruitment. Governments can use stored data to identify and target individuals for espionage operations. These could be individuals in key positions of power in science and technology companies, government agencies, and beyond. There's no evidence of China doing this, but the possibilities are endless because we live in an extremely connected world where everything is connected to the internet. Too much information gets shared about your personal life, and this can reach such a broad audience of people. You never know what will go viral. The third would be for counterintelligence operations. Data collected on individuals could be passed through a government program and correlated with other known factors. Most government security agencies have some type of program like this running to try and identify persons of interest. The US government is not concerned about social media platforms running on their soil, such as Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat, because all this data is stored locally on US soil and other governments would not have access to the information unless they were hacking into those databases. So what would be the effects of this ban, other than saving the thumbs of users that use this app on a daily basis? I believe that we will see other developed nations such as Canada, Europe, etc. will follow the US's lead. If the US issues a nationwide ban on TikTok, then so will these other countries. Canada will likely follow suit very quickly, but other developed countries, I believe, will follow suit. For the creators, I believe the larger ones won't really notice much of a difference. These people are likely already posting all their short form content on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, so they might see a little bit of drop in their revenues, but not much. The ones that will really suffer are the small creators and the small brands that are using TikTok to market their product. They might not have a very developed following yet, so it will be difficult for them to switch platform, which could have a very serious impact on their monthly sales and their overall revenue. But what about the large scale economic impact? What would a nationwide ban cause to a larger scale? A nationwide ban would definitely help some of the larger short form video providers, since the 170 million Americans that use TikTok on a daily basis would now have to find another app to wreck their thumbs and their eyes with. Not only that, but the increased usage of these other apps would lead to higher revenues and increasing profit. An article by Newsweek.com thinks that China would introduce repercussions if the US were to ban TikTok. Both Tesla and Apple get about 20% of their yearly sales in the Chinese market. If China in retaliation were to ban US operations of these two companies in China, this could cause a chain reaction of events as China and the US impose more sanctions on further companies and operations. So we could be seeing some rocky times ahead. I personally don't think China would have grounds to impose sanctions on other US companies, as they already ban popular social media sites in their country, such as Gmail, YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter. They've already banned a lot of these social media platforms in their country, so if the US follows suit by banning TikTok in their country, I don't think we would see any repercussions. Of course, TikTok's CEO is warning that a ban on TikTok would give more power to existing social media sites in the States, such as Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, etc. But this is obviously a pretty biased source. On the parent company side though, for ByteDance, this would cause a pretty heavy hit to revenue. A lot of US-based ads and AdSense generates a lot more revenue than ads run in other countries. This is because US brands generally pay a lot more for their ad revenue than ads run by companies in other countries. This is because US brands are usually in very high demand and sought after by the consumer. We will have to see what the Senate does now that it has passed in the House of Representatives. It's unclear whether the Senate will pass this bill or not. I believe that other developed countries will be watching the US closely and will follow suit in whatever action the US takes. Stephen Mnuchin, who was the previous Treasury Secretary under the Trump administration, is trying to spearhead an investor group to acquire TikTok for operation on US soil. His plan is that no single person will have power over the data that is collected and stored by TikTok. What do you think will happen if the US bans the short form video provider? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Check out some of my other content linked here, and see you next time.